Hello everyone, it's Ghost here and welcome to the final spooky creative building episode of the month of October. And today we are working on the maze house, which is a build I have been waiting to do all month, even if I was slightly nervous about it. I have decided to move the location of it to fill another space that there was, because I realised the space near some of the shops was actually too small. Now, in a second, we will get to talking about exactly what I did for this build, but first of all, if you do end up enjoying this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and don't worry, we're not going to just stock content after October. There's going to be plenty of stuff through November, and most importantly, there will also be Christmas content about every other day up until Christmas. So, as already mentioned, the build today is the maze house, which is basically my way of saying I wanted to come up with a build that was going to be an absolute pain to try and decorate once I'd done all of the rooms and done every single floor. I had no consideration for my own sanity on this build. Equally, if you can't tell, the roofing was entirely unplanned because I didn't want this build to end up being stupidly tall. It still kind of did, and it doesn't have windows in logical places, so it looks a bit silly on the front, but it's a Halloween build. Now, you're probably more interested about what blocks I'm using, even though I would argue it's fairly obvious that it is 3 different woods as the main build, which is spruce, dark oak, and oak. Now, I chose these blocks because I think they work well together, and that's the most important part about builds. This is the one build that probably has the least consideration, despite it being the last build of the whole thing. I filmed all of this about a week ago, and then only just got round to recording the voiceover the Saturday before the video goes live. But that's my logic, isn't it? Now, one of the first things I am going to ask anyone viewing this is, if you have any ideas for builds I can do during November. Remember, it's about 2 uploads a week, and I already have 2 videos planned that is potentially going to happen, depending on if I have the sanity to do it, for the start of the month. But other than that, I have no idea what I'm doing the rest of the month, and at some point I have to start getting ready for December. So, if you have any ideas, that would be most appreciated. Equally, if there's anything that you think could be done for Christmassy builds, then I am open to ideas for that as well. I want to make this a cool world with lots of different things on the biggest scale that I possibly can. Now, as it always seems to be when I am when I am voiceovering these, I seem to be watching some sort of cop show, and every single time it's either SWAT or The Rookie. And that's probably because of upload days. So, if anyone else watches those shows, do let me know. I'd love to talk about it in the comments. I feel at some point I should do a build related to the shows, but I'm not sure what I would do. At one point, because I watched Chicago PD, I was going to attempt to build or try and do something similar to the build of the 21st District, and I either couldn't find enough reference pictures and kind of gave up. So, yeah. Now, at this point, I believe I am about to start decorating the inside of the building, so we will start talking about that. So here we go, interior design of the build time. And I have obviously put in lots of bookshelves already. There is sign carpet, and I think that was a grey bed. And then I started trying to add paintings, didn't get one that I liked, then I used blocks to force a space, and then I decided to just go with 3 paintings on a wall. I don't use paintings very often, but I think I need to use them more now. That would be a very smart idea, actually. And then I believe here I am making an office sort of space, because it's kind of a small space. The different rooms are all very oddly shaped. I won't lie, that was something I needed to consider a little bit more in the process of building this. Perhaps I should have drawn out a plan first. Now, to light up the building, I guess it's a house, isn't it? To light up the house, I have used soul lanterns and soul torches, because I wanted something that gave out enough light you can see, but not so much that it's really bright. So continuing on, I used a variety of different blocks to create different rooms, because why coordinate it all? And I decided on using is that warped trapdoors? I can't quite remember. And also, something that I learned a while back was to use trapdoors and azalea, is that what they're called? The flowery leaf bush things, to make little planters on the sides of walls. Now, if you have the space to do so, you can do ones that have glowstone in so that it lights up. But I didn't think to do that, apparently. Oh well. And then as we continue through, I then started looking to add plants and stuff because apparently there weren't enough already. Now, one thing I did realise was, oh yeah, I can put the azalea bushes into plant pots as well. Can do lots of different things. This'll be fun. I mean, they look cute. I think that's all that really matters. Okay, so what else did past Ghost decide to use on this build? I have no idea. Apparently, we went for white and grey furniture, blue carpets, and then other blue accents, and a lot of bookshelves in this build. Which, I mean, when you think about the type of build it is, it does kind of make sense. We used dark oak for the doors. Most of the build doesn't have doors. And then we added a pathway, which I used my favourite method of doing pathways, which is using cobblestone, tuff, and it's either going to be gravel or andesite. Question is which one? Or I don't. Oh, I might just use two. And then I had to get rid of the original outline and added a path down the middle, apparently. This is one of the final bits that had to get done for the build overall, because next video will be the build tour, as previously mentioned. So, deep slate, that's what we used for that. And we used deep slate. So, I'm kind of just spewing words out now, aren't I? So, in my usual manner, we are into the last minute of the video. Now, I know this probably wasn't the most exciting on the scale of Minecraft videos I've done. I have done better, I will agree on that. This is, as I've previously mentioned, technically the last creative building video where it's all going to be nice and spooky for a while. Unless I come up with more spooky builds that I just can't wait until Halloween next year for. So, without further ado, as we approach the final 40 seconds of this video, I hope you have enjoyed. This has been a really fun project to get to work on and get to share with the internet, even if my school did the whole "the internet's bad" grant to us over 3 form times. But, as I build the final little bit, which is more hay and pumpkins, I hope you'll... I already said that. I'll say it again. Hope you have a good day. Goodbye, the internet. This has been a cool project. Stay tuned for what's going to be the chaos of showing you this place.